Come on in. Hi everybody. It's nice talking to you again. I hope everybody doing okay, huh? Am I looks nice? I hope so. I just came back for the haircut. I went for haircut for this interview, so I better looks nice. Anyway, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody, people from overseas, people from this country, sending me an encouraging letter and many support. Thank you very much. So today I want to start showing the dojo. Okay. First of all, obviously this is my office. You look around. Okay. As you see, so many gifts I got all over. Okay. And there's a nice photo of the children. Okay. Like skip triplet, Yamada Sensei, Donovan-san, Peter Bonus, and so many nice two-shot with the ladies. And I bet 4 out of 10 from Penny Bonus. She sent me every Christmas. So, let's move along. Okay, this is my seminar schedule for the year. Okay, and okay, this is everything canceled for this year, and this is for next year. And by this time, this should be full. But unfortunately, it's wide open. Okay. So, moving to the kitchen. The big table. Once in a while, we have a big dinner with uchideshi. Okay. We have a beautiful rooftop. However, unfortunately, this building is old and weak. Over 10 people not allowed to get on. We cannot even have a barbecue party. It will be perfect for the joke class, but unfortunately, all the floor fell down, unfortunately. Okay, all right. Okay, let's move to well, unfortunately, a lot of mess because nobody here, but this is the uchideshi's kitchen and living room. Okay? And back there, that's a prison shell. That's why the uchideshi sleep bedroom. Right now, unfortunately, we have nobody. That's why it's so messed. Okay. So let's go downstairs. To the main dojo. Okay, follow me. As you see the bulletin board, no flyer for this year. No, actually it's full. This is the reception desk. office. This is a lounge for students to relax. Too bad we don't have no bar. Those are the hobby Konfidential painting. And another one. Storage. Woman dressing room. Anybody in? Oh, no light, huh? The men's dressing room. Oh, surprisingly, nice and clean. Okay. So after I change, this is where the enter the mat. Okay. So go back to Kamiza and let me finish story from last interview. Once again, I am not offending nobody, okay? I'm just telling you some interesting story and just to show my friendship and respect to my teachers, okay? I will start answering my question. So, you remember my first question about Sensei calligraphy? I asked you which one the mistake. Well, actually, I like it. It's a mistake, but this is it. You don't need this. However, I understand very well how it happened, because I think when he wrote this, Sensei was in good mood. Writing, he kept intention, follow the aikido movement. Okay? Good, and want to finish. Okay? Actually, you don't need it. He just had a good extension. He kept momentum. Okay, that's why. But it shows his aikido movement. Good leading and stop. That's how it happened. Okay? So I like it. It's no big deal. Okay? About those senseis, I have many memories, but he's a very nice sense of humor. Okay? When we are Uchideshi, he called one of us in the evening or before he go bed for giving us a massage. Okay, so you see, you do the shiatsu with my finger in back. Okay. However, when we put in his back, he kind of lean backward toward our finger. It's so, his body is so strong, so powerful, you know. We can hardly hold our fingers to stop pain, but you know, we have to keep pushing as hard as we can. Okay? Our pressure, my pressure, his pressure leaning backward, can you imagine how much? Okay. So anyway, he said, you know, he will smile, look around. Boy, I'm sending you my key, so you receive it. He said, thank you very much. And after the massage is over, he said, thank you, it was such a good massage. And he asked me, by the way, what rank you are? So I said, well, I just got the shoulder. And he said, well, after this, I'm going to give you Nidan. Of course, you know, I appreciate, but I didn't take it seriously, but, you know, to him, ranking it doesn't mean nothing, okay? I know he gave away so many rank to many people. And I know, I remember, I don't want to mention the name, but I know one person received a 10th dan from him, and he believed it. Like in the past, anyway. Wonderful, I shouldn't say person, I shouldn't say person, wonderful human being. Okay, back to, okay, remember Osa Sensei, I asked you, question, what did he say? What I had to translate? Well, I asked some students if it's okay, the word he said to tell you in the public, they say don't care. So, what he said was, whenever you finish the technique, he asked me to translate what he said. When you finish the technique, you have to close your asshole. It's easy for me to say now, but at that time, it was very difficult to translate. You know, of course, you know, he was smile on his face. However, at that time, I cannot hesitate. And another thing, one more thing he said. He said again about, you know, our private part of our body, and it's aim for boy. So I don't say exactly what, but I give you hint. He say, all your guys, keep your weight down. You know, that's the reason you have such to keep your weight down. I couldn't translate. So anyway, he was there. To me, he was like my father. I have one thing I have to apologize to him. I have one regret. That was, I don't remember how many years ago, but anyway, when he came to the United States, to our summer camp last time, so probably he was around 70 years old. Well, at that time, thanks God, right now, they put me in the business class when we flying. But at that time, it's almost impossible for financially, federation, whoever organizing the seminar. So I had to put him in an economy flight. And at that time, I have a chance to flew back with him to Japan, from New York to Tokyo, which was like a 14-hour flight. And that was a tough, I can see his face. But he never complained, you know. After that, I felt so bad, you know. I regret. I didn't think about it, you know. But he was so nice. He even say single word complain. And now that I'm flying business class, I feel so bad. And that was my biggest regret. Okay? Hope, next time I see him, I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna give him a good massage. Okay, now, Konfidential Sensei. Remember, I asked you a question, what was your reaction? Now, his reaction was, I hope you remember my question. Anyway, so, it happened while he was in Hawaii. So when he came back from Hawaii, when I had to face him, I was so scared. You know, he was going to score at me. However, that's why I like him. He asked me, "Oh, Yamada, by the way, thank you very much. I just want to get rid of the girl." She said, "She's too old for me." So I said, "Come on, what are you talking about?" At that time, I was 20 years old. If she's too old for you, how about me? But that's what she was. And then, you know, he take everything very positively. And that, you know, hurt in my feeling, but I thought it was funny. That's why I introduced you the story. Okay? Again, nothing personally, okay? Alright? Since then, we have so many battle between us over the baby, and most of the battle I won. Anyway. Oh, one more story about him. Remember I told you he was with me about 3 months in New York City? One time, that time. We went to police academy for demonstration. Okay? And he gave a nice demonstration, nice lecture. He was talking about you know, to keep at one point, stay calm, okay, under any circumstance, okay. So after the demonstration, they took us to show around inside the police academy, and we went to basement where the shooting range. Okay? So as soon as we step in the room, somebody just throws a gun. Bam! You know what happened? NY Sensei would jump up. It was so funny. I think still, he's one point still floating in the air in the building of the police department. But anyway, to me, once again, he's very cute. Okay? That's why I'm not offending him, but I thought it's a nice story. Okay? Of course, as usual, he made a good recovery, whatever he did. Now, Toshu, just saying, he's a gentleman, you know, he has no, he's very loyal to his wife, not like his brother-in-law. Oh, by the way, they are in the brother-in-law, okay? Toshu and NY Sensei, because their wife is a sisters. Okay? But, you know, Toshu, unlike his brother-in-law, excuse me, he has no, you know, he's very loyal to his wife, okay? And, however, once again, it's okay to tell this story. When he came to New York, one evening after the class, we both ended, just me and Toshu, ended up after dinner in the hotel, you know, sitting nightcap, blah, blah, blah. And he asked me a question. I don't know what to do. The question was, he asked me, hey, Yamada-kun, is that true? I was told, is that true that price of shoes and price of the prostitution is the same? I said, come on, what do you mean, you know? Maybe, I thought maybe he saw that during the daytime he went window shopping. He was surprised to see the price of the shoes in New York City. But who gave him that kind of idea? But I know he doesn't, he doesn't mean it, but at the moment I said, oh, wait a moment. Is he giving some hint? No, anyway, no way. But, so surprised. Now, what happened was, after that, coincidentally, we continued the trip to LA, and again, we had to stay overnight at the airport hotel in LA. And at the evening, we left, his room door open a little bit. Okay, so when we pass by, we can check. So, when I checked his room, when I went to check his room, I opened the door. By my surprise, one lady sitting on his bed. Obviously, she was a prostitute. Okay? She just entered. And though she see me, oh, thanks God, help me. She just coming in. I believe him, no way, okay? So what a coincidence, a continuation, after he told me about the prostitution price. So I told her lady, hey, please move out. Don't you remember the room number, my room number I gave you? They had a joke, But, once again, though she is a gentleman, don't get the wrong idea. Okay? It's just a coincidence, but I thought it's funny, The question he gave me in New York, and what happened following day in LA, what a coincidence, huh? But, amazing, okay? Continuation about my brothers. It's been 10 years since Yamada Sensei passed away. Along the same year, Sunano Sensei as well. Unfortunately, this past, I think April, March, or in April, Madame Tamura also passed away. Okay? Before Yamada Sensei passed away, I visited him, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. And every time I visited him, he asked me, anything happened to me, please take care of my wife. He said, to her, you are like her brother. So I said, no problem. Okay? So, this spring, unfortunately, Madame Tamura passed away, and I was told that she wanted to see me badly. However, no way at that time I can go to France to see her. Never mind me. We have 3 sons. One of them is in the USA, California. Of course, he couldn't go to see her mother. Other 2 live in Paris, in France. Yet, still, at that time, unfortunately, they couldn't go down to south of France. So it's very, sad story. So, their children waiting for the memorial service until next spring, hopefully, so that I can go. Okay? Or many people can travel, whoever wish to attend the memorial service. Okay? So I learned so many things from Yamada Sensei. teaching, okay? You know, travel with him so many times, and I learned so many things, except one thing I didn't follow him. You know what? That's his warm-up exercise. Take him 30 minutes. Sorry, I cannot do that. So, as I said, CEO, you know, Anai, Shirama, I'm involved for them to come to the United States, and I'm very happy for three of them finish their career, aikido career in United States. Okay? So I will not briefly how they end up to United States. Okay? So Yamada Sensei, he was all by himself in Japan after all of us left Japan. So I decided to, you know, ask him to come to Boston. At that time, I think 2 years, something after I came to this country, I was going to Boston every week, Monday. One day trip. Leave New York, midday, take a Greyhound bus, arrive evening, teach a class, and come back same night. I think the reason I went there because brother of Terry Dodson and a guy named Fred Newcomb. Anyway, they are still college kids. And so we're using, you know, the corner of the college gym. And then, you know, gradually, we got some people, so I decided to ask Yamada Sensei to come. So, when I asked him to come, he asked me, I don't like to fly, please put me on the boat. I said, come on, we need you quick, okay? So, he arrived Kennedy Airport midnight. You know, he came through the San Francisco. And of course, I went to meet him at the airport. I was waiting for him to come out, get off the flight. He didn't come out. All the passengers out, all the cleaning people went still. So I decided to go into the airplane to see. Sure enough, he was sitting stubbornly, refused to get off. So, as soon as the flight attendant saw me, oh, thanks God, you're his friend. He refused to get off. So I asked him, what happened? He watched his time. He forgot, or he didn't know. There are 3 hours different from my West Coast, East Coast. So, according to him, it's too early to arrive in New York. So I don't want to get off before New York City. That's why he was holding. I thought it's a funny story. Okay? So Yamada Sensei, as you know, he went to Australia first. And then I don't know what happened, but he decided to move to Belgium. I think I know, but it's private. And after he spent several years, maybe he wanted to come to the United States. So at that time, I was thinking he come to the United States. I was thinking to send him somewhere down south because we need somebody down there. I was thinking maybe to send Atlanta, something like that. But as you know, it didn't happen because I didn't know. He came here to marry one of my students, which is fine with me, okay? Fine, okay? So that's how we met. And then, as I said, last time, I appreciate, big help for me and NY Aikikai. although it was a little bit difficult, financially or whatever, but he never give me a headache. He never complained. He really respect me as his senpai. Very nice. Okay, I'm very happy having him with me. Except when it comes to eating, forget about him. He's so picky. One time, somehow, for some flight trouble, we end up some suburb in Chicago about midnight. So we are hungry, so we went to only place open was a pizza place. We went to pizza. We ordered pizza, and he told the guy, Italian guy, he said, "Don't use the cheese on my pizza." The guy got so mad, Anyway, have you ever seen he ate the ramen? Ramen is very popular. I don't think I ever see him eating ramen. You know why? Because before he became uchideshi, he's working at the ramen shop. I think that's why he doesn't want to eat ramen anymore. I'm glad he's not working for the pizza place. So, Yamada Sensei, again, he went to England, and I don't know how many years. Somehow he moved back to Japan with all his family and started working in Aikikai, international department. I don't know what happened, but somehow he got some kind of fed up. So, you know his personality, black and white. He said, that's it. So he moved to countryside. He quit Aikido completely. So, every time I went back to Japan, I visited him, his countryside. I don't know how many times I talking to me, convinced him to come back because he was doing like a highway construction worker. So what a waste. I told him, come to United States, come to. So finally, he decided, okay, but he said one condition. He liked to go somewhere like a nice and warm weather. I think I could get enough in the London, rain, wet, blah, blah. So I took him, starting Hawaii, mainly the West Coast, blah, blah, blah. But at that time already, some big city in the West Coast already, some established Aikido teacher, blah, blah, blah. But lucky enough that San Diego, I forgot his name, he was such a nice guy, he accepted. And Chibaraika weather, San Diego, that's what he ended up at San Diego. And, before he passed away, again, I visited him 2-3 times. We talk about it. I'm so happy, he told me, I'm so happy to finish my life San Diego. Beautiful, nice weather, nice place. Okay? And he told me a lot story. Not only talking to me, but he sent me a very confidential letter, which nice to know. It's confidential. I cannot say anything. But, so anyway, I'm so happy. As I said, 3 of them finished their life happily in the United States. And I'm happy to be a part of it. Thank you for listening. Well, I hope it's been already 7 months New York City closed that project. I don't know when it can be open. I understand some country some other city, some other state, slowly allow to open the dojo. But no matter what, please be careful, okay? Please take your time, be patient, okay? No rush, okay? Safety is the most important for yourself, for other people, for your family, okay? So let's be strong, okay? And don't forget our unity, don't forget our friendship, okay? We care each other, we love each other, okay? That's what we are, okay? Thank you again. Thank you.